Hi, welcome to the Law Simplified. I'm Shaveen Bandadnayaka. At different stages of our academic careers, we need to stop, take a moment, step back, and take stock of where we are at and where we are headed. Now, irrespective of whether you are part of an institute, a large cohort in a university, or even studying independently, a law degree can seem quite isolating for a number of reasons, primarily of which because every single student follows a law degree at their own pace. Some students understand things differently to others, so to speak. Now, at a number of occasions on this very channel, I have suggested certain points at which you need to take stock of where you're at and where you're heading. You can check out some of those videos through the pop-out banner that will appear on the right of me. This video is intended to essentially be a checklist at 3 months from a major assignment submission or your final examination. Now, at this stage, it must be noted that this is somewhat subjective. You might be part of a university that's structured around assignments as opposed to exams as opposed to assignments, and a hybrid of the two. Either way, this is a general idea that you can implement to determine if you are at the correct stage, and if not, how best to supplement your studying, your learning, and your understanding. Now, this is a very simple checklist and one which you can try and implement at any stage of your study, but more often than not, 3 months before your assignment submission or your final examination, you need to check if you are 75% done and 50% understood. Now, what do I mean by this? 75% done suggests that you have completed your syllabus up to 75%. Now, determining this is by looking at your syllabus outline or your primary textbook, breaking down the number of topics that you have to study for your examination or your assignment submission, and looking at whether you have covered 75% of it. By covering or studying, what I essentially mean is that you've gone through those areas of the law, you have perhaps summarized it and created short notes for yourself, and maybe even made spider graphs for it. This does not mean that you have prepared for your examination. Rather, you have gone through the relevant topics, 75%, so to speak, of the entire syllabus. Once you've done that, you need to look at whether you are 50% in terms of your understanding of that 75%. Now, how would you determine if you've understood 50% of it? A good metric to implement is to have a look at whether you've gone through past examination questions or you've attempted questions in general of 50% of those topics that you've already covered. This might mean going through past examinations, this might mean going through assessments or smaller assignments that you are provided on a formative or a summative level. By and large, if you have covered 75% of the subject, in other words, gone through each individual topic, summarized it in your own words and prepared a spider graph, followed by attempted examination or assignment questions for 50% of that 75% that you've completed, at the 3-month stage, you would be comfortable in assessing your position moving forward towards that major assignment submission or the final examination. Now, having said all of this, mind you, this is very subjective. It differs from student to student, and it differs from university to university as well. If you feel that you've more than exceeded the 75% completed or 75% done and 50% understood, you're well on your way. But if you feel you haven't completed up to that level, on the one hand, it's not the end of the world. It just means that you need to supplement and fast track your method of preparing for that examination or the assignment submission. If you'd like to consider and discuss a structured fast track or a masterclass program from now on out to essentially set up your days and your schedules to prepare yourself better for the examination or assignment submission, make sure you reach out to me through the links in the description below. I've launched a brand new platform which you can access through the link that will appear on screen right now, that will provide you not just with comprehensive theory lessons on different subjects, but also techniques on tackling examination questions and not just passing an exam or an assignment, but acing it. But until the next time that we meet, have fun, stay safe, and as always, obey the law.